Hello everyone, Fred Bergeron from Inaxsys. A while back we did a video on how to manually purge or truncate the Protege GX event database. However, actually back then I didn't show that there was an option, or there is an option, sorry, in the GX software to define the length of the event database. So we can set it so, let's say we keep only 2 years of events. This way, and it may need to be adjusted based on the number of events on site and such, but this way we can actually make sure the database is never full. So you can keep the Protege system running on SQL Express, for instance, okay? So it's very easy to do. I'm gonna show you how to enable this feature and what's the best practice in terms of managing the size of your event database, okay? So let's have a look inside the Protege GX platform. All right, so from the main page, I go to global and then global settings. So here you see the default is never. Okay, so this is basically how it is when you install the GX software. So typically my suggestion is to sit down with the client, ask them, okay, how long of events you need to keep for reporting from past events. So basically they're going to tell you the length of the database that they need to keep. So let's say it's 1 year. So you need to change this value to the desired value. So let's say 1 year. And by default, the system will do the purge every day at midnight, okay? I don't recommend to do this purge during the day when, the system operates and you have people using the software for, monitoring or making programming changes, because depending on the size of the database when the purge starts, it may take some resources from SQL and slow the system down a little bit. So that's why we put it at midnight. You can put it at 3 in the morning, but basically just make sure it's done after hours, okay? But if you set this option from the very beginning, then you make sure the database will be as small as possible based on the period you have selected, okay? So you select the time or the number of months or a year that you want to keep and you save. As soon as you do this, then at midnight, the system will start purging, okay? So again, if you do this on an existing site that has a very large database, it will work, but it's going to take more resources because of the size of the event database in SQL. Okay, so my suggestion is to sit down at the very beginning of the project with the client, make sure that they understand the request and they tell you, okay, I want to keep 2 years. Then then you can basically make sure that the system will never have a full database. Also, in some very large sites with a very high amount of events, the database may actually grow to the maximum size of 10 gig for SQL Express in a short period of time. I've seen this happening in months. So if that's the case, then you will have the option to go to a standard or a full SQL server license, okay? So again, it's very simple. Make sure you set this option from the very beginning based on what the client wants, and then the system will automatically remove events that are, let's say, older than 1 year every day at midnight, so the database is never full, okay? Again, I hope this helps. Remember, we have tons and tons of tutorial videos on our channel, all right? So, if you have any needs, and whether if it's access control and security or video products, you can find those tutorials and help you learn more about our systems. If you need help, from support or sales, you can reach our, 2 departments from Inaxsys.com. Again, Fred Bergeron from Inaxsys. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe and like the videos. This will help us greatly. Again, see you soon.